How's it going, everybody? This is Maxwell McGee here again at EVO 2012. Right now I'm talking with Derek right outside the Capcom booth where he's going to tell us more about Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. Derek, tell us about this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really excited to bring this to you. It's a double pack. It's got 2 games in it. There's the original Marvel vs. Capcom, and there's also Marvel Superheroes. We started with the arcade ROM for both of these games, and we're doing our best to keep them as true to the arcade version as we can. So you're going to find all of the stuff that you love from the original versions of these games, plus a whole bunch of cool extras, including online play with GGPO, an unlockable vault, dynamic challenges, and a whole lot more. So for 15 bucks, it's a pretty good deal. It's 2 games for 1, and people have gotten a lot of interesting things online.
As they are wont to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, but this one's a pretty good deal, and we're excited to be bringing it to people, and we hope they really enjoy it.
Great. One of the features I want to know more about is how the HD upscaling is going to work. I remember seeing some slide during the presentation said something about 150 different viewing options.
Yeah, so there's a whole ton of different filters. They include a variety of different graphical filters that'll make the game smoother, less smoother. You can turn them off and it'll just be in its original pixelated glory. There's also an arcade cabinet emulation mode that'll make it look like an arcade cabinet, bend the screen and everything. You can also tilt the arcade cabinet at different angles. There's an over-the-shoulder view where it backs up and it looks like you're actually looking at a full arcade cabinet with controls and everything. You can set it over the shoulder left or over the shoulder right. You can turn scan lines on or off. You can toggle the dynamic challenges that are on the sides on or off. You can switch between 3 different filter settings amongst all those other things. So you multiply it all out and you wind up with, like 150 different combinations of view options.
And just out of my personal curiosity, is the arcade view, is that modeled after any real-life location?
I mean, it's meant to look like a real-life arcade cabinet. It doesn't use any real-life arcade venues, but definitely the feeling of a real-life arcade was used for inspiration.
Now, after the release of Street Fighter Third Strike, the re-release of that game, what lessons has Capcom taken from that game's performance and applied to the upcoming release of Origins?
Well, first of all, we were really excited by the fan response to Street Fighter 3. We were voted fan favorite, best PSN online game, and a bunch of other things we got. So first of all, big thank you to the fans. Capcom heard you loud and clear. That said, there were obviously some things that people didn't like so much about it. They had some complaints about some of the matchmaking systems. They requested things like region select and other things like that. So we've tried to bring a lot of those features that people were asking for in Street Fighter 3 into Marvel Origins. Very much our plan for this whole series is to take it and make sure that each one is better than the last one and build off of what we got and make it better and better and better. So some of the things you'll find in this one are a ping filter. So you can restrict, so if someone has a high ping to you, you can say, don't even show me that guy at all. And you can set it on a number basis, like I don't want to play anyone with more than 100 ping. And because fans requested it, we don't have color-coded pings anymore. We actually show you the number. We've also made some tweaks to the matchmaking system so you don't have to go through menus as much to keep replaying games. You can go from game to game faster. And a lot of other improvements like that. So we're really excited to bring you some of that stuff.
Is there any chance of those sort of mechanical upgrades and sort of like the menus and things that you were mentioning, any chance of those upgrades being brought back into Third Strike as well?
Yeah, so actually it was announced earlier, but there's going to be a patch for Third Strike that's going to address a lot of the outstanding fan complaints. Some of the stuff like Ryu's bag not falling over in his stage and things like that are things that may not affect gameplay, but some of our fans felt really strongly about. So we're going to take this opportunity to address some of those things, as well as bringing some of these other new features and things that we've introduced in Marvel to Third Strike.
Now, is there any chance of any character rebalancing, system rebalancing, any tweaks to the mechanics of the games themselves?
So in Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel Superheroes, we've started with the original arcade ROMs, and we're trying to keep them as close to the original arcade version as we can. So no, there won't be any deliberate rebalancing. Whenever you do a port of this nature, there's always a danger that a difference in hardware and things like that can cause some small minor things to be different. We've been testing that as thoroughly as we can, and we believe it to be very faithful. But if fans find anything that they see, it's not a deliberate rebalance attempt on our part, so let us know about it and we'll fix it.
All right, and can you give us any ideas on release date and platforms?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be out this September for PS3 and Xbox Live Arcade.
All right, well, thank you so much for chatting with us, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, man. It's great meeting you.